Welcome to NBA Jam! Tonight's matchup, Bulls versus...
Let's get into another aspect of Michael Jordan, which I know is the thing you like most about him. And we're going to get into that, which is that he's a total asshole. And I find this so funny about Billy. Billy's so attracted to this element of him, and Billy is not like that at all. And so
thank you, Jesse.
He's like one of the nicest guys I know, who constantly defends the MJs and Kobe's of the world for being assholes.
I don't think they were assholes, man. In this, I'm trying to parse out one element or two or three elements. And
okay.
I think you're adding on another fourth and fifth.
Okay.
Which is part but doesn't have to be part. Go ahead.
For the record, Billy Buntin, he's not an asshole. And now let's listen MJ's teammates describe him.
What Scotty was lacking was commitment, determination. I tried to get him to fight me a couple of times, in a good sense, just to get him. Man, I'm tired of you picking on me. I'm, that type of mentality.
You the lamb, you dumbass.
People were afraid of him. We were his teammates and we were afraid of him. And there was just fear. The fear factor of MJ was so thick.
Yeah, let's not get it wrong. He was an asshole. He was a jerk. He crossed the line numerous times. But as time goes on and you think back about what he was actually trying to accomplish, you're like, yeah, he was a hell of a teammate.
We kind of needed that, you know what I'm saying? I needed him to be the bad guy, the tough guy.
His theory was, if you can't handle pressure from me, you're not going to be able to handle pressure of the NBA playoffs.
Was he a nice guy? It couldn't have been nice. With that kind of mentality he had, you can't be a nice guy.
Here we see the Michael Jordan that I'm pretty sure probably should have stuck to individual sports.
Oh my God.
Because it seems like everybody whose name isn't Michael Jordan constantly disappoints him. And he lets them know about it. Like maybe he should have done boxing or cross-country skiing or something.
Note what Pippen said. Note what I think Purdue said too, though. He made people better. Sometimes people need that. Not everyone needs that, though. But sometimes some people need that. Some people respond well to that. And I think I'm one of those people, man.
The person that he most brought along as his heir apparent was Kobe Bryant. And Kobe's similar, and I don't know the degree to which Jordan's influence made Kobe like this, but both of them famously motivate themselves through their shadow, and they also, both of them famously, don't have any friends.
And Kobe's another person that I love. So, I don't know what's up with my psychology here, but I want to.
I'm just saying, in this film. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to take and crystallize and build on the best parts of that stuff.
Right. I'm just saying it might be hard to separate the things. Michael Jordan in the film, the guy who's his driver is also, it says, like personal assistant and best friend. So like his employee
is his best friend.
And Kobe Bryant once was asked, who's your best friend in the Lakers? And he said Derek Fisher. And Derek Fisher said, when asked about that, said,
I would say I have two compartments, one is, the basketball compartment, and then the other part is just, guys that you end up being closer to as, friends, or you hung out more, you went to dinner more. And, Kobe by far is my favorite teammate from a basketball perspective in terms of what we were able to accomplish. But, it would be a disservice to guys like, Devin George, Luke Walton, Horace Grant. Guys that I really, got close to over the years in terms of, being friends, to automatically put Kobe at the top of that list. But
I feel like there's a connection here between the way these guys motivate themselves and their relationships with others.
Yeah.
But so I've got this clip. So Kobe, unlike Jordan, really took into his brand the philosophy of winning and really tried to build this whole thing. And then after he retired, he developed a production company, and developed a whole like vocabulary. He called it his muse cage.
Every muse cage is powered by two forces. Light musings.
You're nice.
Oh, thank you.
You're great.
Oh, so nice of you.
And dark musings.
Worthless. You're a failure.
Make it stop.
Yeah. Light musings make you feel good and happy.
Yeah.
Dark musings make you feel bad and angry.
Oh, I don't like dark musings.
Most people don't. But what they don't understand is that dark musings just may be our greatest source of energy and power.
Whoa.
If you're looking for your inner beast, it's most likely living inside of a dark muse.
Really? I don't know. I don't like feeling bad and angry, but I do need to find my inner beast.
And so he develops this series of animations where he writes the scripts, pays for them all to get made, and then the voice is done by like a 7-year-old, okay? And then these were played on ESPN for like millions of kids.
Are you a competitor? Imagine you're Kawhi Leonard and you scored 40, leading your team in an epic come-from-behind victory in which you hit a game-winning fadeaway over your right shoulder at the buzzer. Your counterpart, meanwhile, was hot early but cooled off late, finishing with a tough 35. How do you feel about the game? Think about it. This game was embarrassing for him. Blowing that kind of lead has got to be a shot to his self-esteem. Now imagine that you held him to 15, no 10, no 5, no 0. How do you imagine he'd feel then? You could have crushed him, finished him, made it so he would never be a threat to you again. This could have been the game where you made him reconsider his decision to ever play basketball in the first place. Sound harsh? Need a hug? This muse cage isn't about comfort. It's about obsession. Obsession over dominating not just all aspects of the game, but dominating the will of your opponent. Obsessive competitors want it all. They have more and want whatever you have left. They want to humiliate you in front of your loved ones and make you consider lying to your family, telling them that there are no tickets available for the next game.
Jesus.
And now Billy Buntin to defend this for everyone, that this is a good thing for children all over the world to be watching.
That's pretty insane. That's pretty, to hear it from the little kid's voice. And I know they cast that kid. He or she has a particular voice, and it's so fun and kiddie. And at the same time, they're saying crush and destroy and embarrass and humiliate. And your parents won't come to the next game.
Yeah, that's the goal.
It's nuts.
Like winning's not enough. Winning's not enough. You have to absolutely embarrass your opponent. That's the drive that makes real greatness. Obsession.
The embarrassment thing is weird and off-putting, especially with that voice and knowing that that's supposed to be a kid's series. At the same time, going back to what I said earlier, that nowhere else other than in football was accountability so great and drive was so great, and the notion that whatever I am today, you worked really hard, but there's always another level. There's more levels. There's more levels. There's always someone staying late. There's always someone who woke up earlier, and that's your competitor. And I think that that's powerful. And I wouldn't be me today and have the experiences with football. But also, I try to apply those things to work, to my adult life, to animation. You know, I don't have a competitor. I try to say, yo, there's a version of me that got up and did that thing that you were supposed to do. And my job is to be that person. And that's huge. It's been really helpful for me in my career. And I think it's a value. I wish that this stuff could be applied more broadly, more consistently.
So you have a...
But I just want to separate. It's not the embarrassment of anyone. That's not the goal. I don't fully get that. I don't get that. It's not a goal for a 7-year-old. It's not a goal for anyone. It's about there's levels, and you are probably not at your peak. You know, you can do more.